Welcome back, everybody. As you probably guessed from the title of the video, Olight is doing another flash sale. This time it's going to be on the gunmetal version of their PL-2 weapon light. Additionally, they have a gray gunmetal version of this light here. However, I don't personally have one, so I can't show it to you. I'll just roll in a picture. But they also have the camel version of their Warrior Pro X. These are two pretty darn high output light. We've done some shooting with this before in the past and it's held up just fine. One of these actually stayed on the bottom of my lake for I think like 7 months or something like that and still worked. But pretty simple little pistol mounted weapon light. You can also mount it, of course, at 12 o'clock on an AR or really any 1913 rail. It does come with both the Glock insert as well as the 1913 one, and then you just quick attach it down with that little lever. That's it. Basics on it is going to be you pull up on a tab, you'll release it, you'll have two CR123A batteries. For what it's worth, I'm pretty sure they say not to use rechargeables in there. However, I've done it and they just fit a little bit snug for whatever reason on the end cap, but otherwise have worked just fine. This little guy right here, and I should also add for both of these lights, hopefully at this point I've already rolled in sort of the sale that's going on as of the 8th. But if not, the details should be here on your screen. With our Warrior Pro X, this one here in the center has a 1-inch light mountable body rather. Has this clip there if you want to carry it inside the waistband. It's also removable, the clip is, and it has a tail cap charger there. You just put it on there, charges it up, and tail cap is O-ring sealed. I believe it's IPX8, but don't quote me on that. I'll roll it in if I'm wrong. And then we have the 21700 rechargeable battery in there. This light is a thrower. For sure. It's got good knurling there on the body, large heat sinks up front, and a very deep reflector for a lot of throw. This light has a ton of candela, and you guys are about to see that here in just a second when we do the beam comparison. I'm sure some of you already guessed it, but we are in a different location than normal. However, I have the camera right now set up so that the spot where the hot spot is right now is approximately 60 feet away from us, so further out than what you guys are used to seeing here on the channel. This is the output of the Warrior X Pro on low. You can see the focused hotspot there, and then kind of as we move it around, you can see the spill has a very defined edge. Now we're going to bump it up to high, and again, I tried to set my camera as best as I can to what you actually see in person, but I'm telling you guys, that thing is freaking bright. That hotspot out there, again at 60 feet, is approximately 8 to 10 feet wide. And you guys can see again, as we move it back and forth, how the beam output looks. Now, as a contrast to that, there is the output from the PL-2. Hotspot is still there, of course. This has plenty of candela, but the actual beam pattern is totally different. Hotspot's much wider, which makes sense for what is designed as a primarily pistol mounted optic. However, the spill is totally different. So this has almost 180 degrees of illumination there on the edge. I mean, I'm moving it off camera, and in real life, like that's off camera, the hotspot. In real life, I can still see down this driveway plenty fine. So the spill is actually pretty generous on this light. Again, just kind of to compare the two, there is the the Warrior X Pro, and then the PL-2. For most of y'all, the output is the most important part, but I do want to go over a function here real quick. First off, the PL-2 can be locked out, so that way if you have it in a range bag or something like that, it won't accidentally come on and drain all your battery. Additionally, basically you just tap it. If you want a constant on either side, it's the same with both toggle switches. And then if you want a momentary on, you just press it, and then whenever you want it to go off, you release. You can get a strobe mode if you click both sides of it. I'm not sure a lot of folks are going to do that, and then you can turn it to low as well if you want to do that, because it's programmable for that. But that's the output here on that. And the interface, this one's pretty simple. Basically, we have a gas pedal type tail cap button, and you're just going to press and hold if you want low. And then once you want to go high, you're just going to press and hold for high. And if you want constant on, just click it. It will stay on until you click it again. This one can be locked out basically by just rotating the tail cap to prevent it from coming on. They do make tape switches for these as well. However, for serious use, I do not recommend them in any way. For hunting, as long as it's not dangerous game, that would be perfectly fine in my opinion. But the mechanism that it attaches with, just in my opinion, is not rugged enough and dependable enough for any type of two-way range. But it still works. It's an option for those of you guys that want to use that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, there will be a link down in the video description. In the past, during these sales, I've released the videos right when this sale starts. However, what I found is, unfortunately, that leads to my audience not always having enough time to pick them up. So I'm going to release this one a little bit early. But the sale goes live midnight on the 8th. So there is that. Regardless, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, following, wherever you're seeing this. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video.